Another witness from Arizona taking the stand today. The murder defendant, remember, is accused of using her religious beliefs to justify the killing of her two children. Fox 10 investigative reporter Justin Lum now joins me with an update on what happened in the court today. Justin, good to see you. You've been following this today. Get our viewers up to speed and who testified today.
And Andrew, as you know, we have seen multiple detectives from the Chandler Police Department testify regarding the murder of Lori Vallow's fourth husband, Charles Vallow. But this is the first time we have heard from someone with Gilbert Police taking the stand. This is Ryan Pillar, an officer with Vallow's ex-nephew-in-law. The prosecution has established the alleged religious beliefs of Vallow, with several witnesses saying she identified certain people as dark spirits. For example, Boudreaux. In October of 2019, Gilbert PD says Vallow's late brother, Alex Cox, shot Boudreaux's Tesla as he was pulling into his driveway. The suspect vehicle was a Jeep Wrangler, usually driven by Vallow's daughter, Tylee Ryan. But Tylee and her little brother JJ Vallow had not been seen for almost a month. Police would recover that Jeep, and Pillar then learned that Tammy Daybell died 17 days after the shooting. Tammy was Chad Daybell's wife of nearly 30 years. He married Lori Vallow just weeks after Tammy's death. As a multi-agency effort focused on finding JJ and Tylee, Pillar reminded the court how Vallow lied about JJ being with her friend Melani Gibb here in Arizona. Pillar even surveilled two homes Gibb lived at here in the Valley.
So we set up poll cams at Melani Gibb's residence because, again, we couldn't contact her and she was not in the state of Arizona during my conversation with her. So we set up poll cams, which are cameras that monitor 24/7 a specific location.
But as we know, JJ was never at Melani Gibb's home, and several months later, authorities found the remains of JJ and Tylee in the backyard of Chad Daybell. Andrew?
So, Justin, about the Melani Gibb, JJ alleged interaction, that never happened, like you just said. What did Melani have to say about that, though?
Well, Melani has admitted to the court that she initially lied. She was basically covering for her friend Lori at the time, and then told police that JJ was never with her at all, and then she would start to cooperate with police, even get a recorded phone call with Chad and Lori asking about JJ's safety, and she was a key witness for this trial. We also learned some news today about Chad Daybell. He had a status conference this afternoon. It's also Tammy Daybell's birthday. His former wife, who would have turned 53. Chad Daybell's status conference was held today. We're talking about when his trial might happen. Prosecutors and the defense don't have a problem with June 2024, but we'll see what the judge decides on.
Yeah, Justin, throughout the duration of this, you have somewhat described some of the testimony almost as if it is Chad Daybell's trial happening while Lori Vallow's trial is happening. But like you said, we now have more details about a timeline of when his own trial, when he will face justice, will happen, right?
Yeah, we have seen so much evidence tied to Chad Daybell and the Daybell property, so we basically have gotten a preview. You can expect that the prosecution would call a lot of the same witnesses to give the jury a storyline and to present their evidence to them in regards to the charges, the same murder charges that Chad Daybell will face. But again, the judge will decide on a specific date. He also faces the death penalty. Remember that.
All right, Justin Lum there live for us in the newsroom here. Justin, we'll talk again. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Andrew.